Hello, it's a gorgeous Thursday afternoon here at SJP, and as you can see, shoots are starting to appear, well, they've more than appeared on the pitch. So it's time for another update on where we're at with the head groundsman, Chaz. Chaz, how are we this afternoon?
Yeah, we're very good. Yeah, a bit warm now. Just mowed the pitch, or Ryan's just finishing it off for the first time. 35 millimeters, which is a lot longer than you'll play football on it, but more rugby level. But yeah, there's a lot of grass out there. There's a few areas are catching up, but that's normal with a bit of wind blowing around and areas that get more sun than others drying up. So, but obviously it's been, since we seeded it, we've had not a drop of rain. So everything's artificial water-wise going on. And yeah, the signs are great. Yeah, really good.
Like I said, not a drop of rain. I don't think we're due a drop of rain in a couple more weeks. It's been absolutely lovely. It must be ideal conditions to work in for you.
Too hot, really. I prefer it when it's a bit overcast, because I've been working outside all day for the last 250 years. It's a bit of a, it's a bit of an ask, really. I should get an inside job like you lot, but no, it's a little bit too hot for me in my old age.
For people like me and perhaps those watching, we might be thinking it's not even finished growing and you're mowing it. So what's the method behind that one?
Some areas have got to the point where they need mowing, and those are the ones that denote whether you cut it or not. And the other areas will benefit from having the light roller go over it, so it will just press that seed in and hold it all together and stimulate a bit more growth out of the areas where it's a little bit thinner. So it's all positive, but what you don't want it to do is get too long, then have to cut too much of it off because you'll shock the plant. Just take a little and often, a bit like biscuit tin. But I had a bit too many.
Forgive me if this is a stupid question. What's the reason behind the fact that these areas where we can see more dirt or gravel, sand, sorry, are not growing?
Root zone it is.
Root zone, there we go. Is not growing as quickly as the green area. As
I say, a lot of it's down to moisture. Those areas, for some, they might have underneath have a bit more sand. They drain a bit better. It might be where the wind whistles through the stadium and keeps it drier, but the areas which have grown profusely have held their moisture better, and the areas which are slowing up. So we're just adjusting the sprinkler system every day, really, just to try and catch those areas. And bear in mind, it's only been a couple of weeks. So a couple of weeks and we're already cutting it. That's probably quicker than we've ever cut before. So, but we are working on the other areas, and that's normal.
Sounds like good news. And of course, you've not focused all your time here. You do get some time off. And we had a jolly good time as a group of staff down in Teignmouth yesterday, fishing. Not the greatest haul we'll ever get on a boat, but a good afternoon nonetheless.
Yeah. We all each try and take our turns in organising a bit of a staff social, especially in the out of season times. And we've had some successful fishing trips in the past. And I think if it was smiles we were catching, we would have had a massive haul. We wouldn't have had a boat big enough, because we certainly had a right laugh. And I was quite glad we didn't catch too many fish, because I didn't have a clue what we'd do with them, because we were all going for a beer afterwards. So yeah, Teignmouth is the best place in the world, especially if you like a bit of fishing and a bit of sitting around on the beach and a bit of what do they call it, street food down on the back beach. And as you witness, there's a few lovely little pubs as well. So that's the centre of the universe for me, Teignmouth. And I showed it off to you guys yesterday, and I think you all appreciated it.
You did a very good job, and a special shout out to commercial manager Matt, who, of the 14 of us, was the only one to catch one single fish. So congratulations. Chaz, what's next then? Is it more mowing, just monitoring the growth, and sort of what's the next stage of what we can see?
Yes, obviously we work hard on bringing it all to the same standard, and it will, all of a sudden we'll come in one day and it'll be, oh, here we're up now, so that's great. Yeah, just gentle mowing, thickening the grass out, and obviously watering when it needs it, fertilising. We will put the big verti-drain, the big aeration machine over it, and get some holes into it as well to keep it all nice and aerated. And obviously we're doing the same with 3 pitches at the training ground, so most of our time spent there. But it is a a great day when you do your first cut on a new pitch that's been seeded, and especially because we have more fibres put in, you know, be really exciting to see how much firmer we can get it, especially when it's wet, which is why we put the extra fibres in, because you know, we obviously want to try and get every single game on that we can, you know, because that's what we do as groundsmen.
I looked early, it's 51 days until Coventry, so plenty of time to get it perfect.
Yeah, I'm happy with 51 days, and you could probably do it a little bit shorter than that if you needed to, but we don't need to, so we can let it grow and develop as it's ready without pushing it too hard, and that'll hopefully stand us in good stead for the long season ahead, which is sort of 51 days away from this place anyway.
Perfect. Well, thanks very much, Chaz, and we'll catch up soon.
Yep, a pleasure, and I'll speak to you in a few weeks, and hopefully we'll be all green carpet, and you'll be. What was that all about? Where were all those patches gone?